matchup for you today. Rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hokies will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like...
There he goes! Smashes through the tackle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Blake. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. And the Razorbacks are rolling down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Brings up second down. The Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for space. It's Russell. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on third down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on fourth?
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He'll do it himself. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Back to throw, it's Drones. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Snagged in the middle, it's Green. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hokies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Blake. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He lets it fly. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Russell. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And the Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Green. time he's got his man. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And it's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
On the ground, it's Russell. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the Razorbacks need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into defensive because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. To the air. It's Drones. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's the pressure. Makes the grab plenty for the first down. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. We'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Works the middle in tight quarters. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
He wants to throw it again. Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put it.
Turning on the Jets. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Hokies will hustle to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They're setting up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The Hokies will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air. It's Green. Got his man on the outside.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Razorbacks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
Well, Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. This time it's complete. That's a live ball. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And the Razorbacks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to pass. It's Green. He's got it on the move. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires on the move. Got his man on the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah, it'll get them jacked up. It'll get them excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field and create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Defense looks as if it's coming. Off play action. Rushes on him. Makes the catch. It's Stewart. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Back to throw, it's Drones. He's got the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And the Hokies will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Off the play fake on first down. Here comes the heat. He caught it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have first and goal.
And who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
Got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. On the ground. Touchdown, Hokies. Great job by the back on the option.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Scanning the field, it's Green. Unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires downfield. He makes the catch. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Gets caught downfield. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. To the air on first down. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to pass, it's Green. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
What a huge play, and that just goes to show you, man, when this guy is covered, he's over. Final play of the first half, I think everybody knows where the ball is going, and still, they can't stop him from hauling it in the end zone, giving his team the lead on the last play of the first half. That was huge.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Razorbacks will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Makes the catch. It's Stewart. Gets away from one. Finds some space. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
To throw, it's Drones. Makes the grab, it's Green. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Wants to throw on first down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying play action. Moving away from pressure. Oh, better look out. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of said, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
This time he's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The play action fake. Working that left side now. Smashes ahead. He's stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
The Hokies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wants to throw again. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here, he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking downfield, it's Green. He's got him. He goes out of bounds across the 15 at the 16. That's a solid pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. He's got an open man. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear and one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Green. This time on target. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. The sure hands. It's Washington. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
On the ground, it's Stewart. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's the heat. Man, here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires one high and deep. Makes a connection. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
To the air, it's Drones. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Back to pass, it's Green. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Russell. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Under fire. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down.
How about that critical moment in the 4th quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the 1st down. That's a big-time play in the 4th quarter by this quarterback.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Off the play fake. That's caught. It's Stewart. Running through contact. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they've got him at the 29.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
And the Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need a score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Hokies! They've got the lead here in the fourth. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Green. Grabbed behind the line. It's Russell. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there. Got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. On the run, it's Russell. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Green. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. The 40, at the 30, the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air, working the middle. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
To the air on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Blooded, young fella. I mean, closing in on 450 yards, throwing the ball early and often with a lot of success.
Looking for a man. It's Green. He wants a big play here late. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in.
Sends it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Wide open downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Jones. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback just flat and missed it. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
And the Razorbacks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Green. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it. Late touchdown here, but it would take a miracle of Lazarus-like proportions to come back down.
Well, you get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left. So you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
So maybe just to make the final score look a little better, they'll go for 2 here. Lipstick on a pig, anybody? Here's the snap, looking to throw. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
That keeps the score. Virginia Tech, 42. Arkansas.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been